Welcome to the Miracle You, guiding you on the journey towards finding passion and purpose, and how to discover, create, and live a life by your design. Whether your success has been plentiful or your missed opportunities have been overwhelming, we can help you become a more empowered, masterful person and show you how to share your gift with the world. It's time to inspire change from within with the host of the Miracle You, Vince Kramer.
Hello, imagination. I'm Vince Kramer, your host, and welcome to the Miracle You, where you learn about the magic of living your life by finding the example in real life. We are all here on this earth for each other, but we're also here for ourselves. We're here to find the highest vibration that we can hold, to support ourselves in living the purpose that we brought to this earth and using all our gifts and talents to deliver that purpose. We even have a process to deliver it. But it takes us experiencing life in different ways. We each have our journey of life experiences that we created or co-created, or at least the higher frequency or the non-physical part of us created or co-created to help us on that journey. Sometimes it's loss. Sometimes it's feeling alone. Sometimes it's making a mistake that you wish you never would have made. Sometimes it's feeling like a victim. But as we learn and grow from these co-created experiences, we have an opportunity to see our resilience. And in that resilience, we can find a way to step fully into who we are and deliver that to the world. You're going to find today in our episode, it's all about love and finding a way to shine that love out so people can receive it. And it's an inside job first. You must love yourself before you take that love out into the world. I'm with Deshun Edwards today. Deshun is known as Chef Definition. Chef is a personal and private chef who has his own conscious cooking show on Acacia Flix. He also co-hosts the Minds Like Minds podcast. Chef had a dream to be a chef since he was 9 years old. His family has been a major influence on him when it comes to cooking, from learning how to cook soul food to fine dining, baking to grilling. Food has always been an integral part of his experience. Throughout the years, he has been inspired by multiple cultures, techniques, and individuals who have helped him in the development of his cooking style. He had the honor of serving our country in the Navy and cooking for former President Bill Clinton. Chef Definition, are you ready to share the miracle of you with the imagination?
Man, I am so ready. I'm so ready.
I had the opportunity to be on Chef's podcast with RL, and immediately I knew that the two of them had to come and share. So Chef is the first of the duo that's going to be on the podcast, and then RL will follow later. First off, Chef, I want to thank you for your service and what you've given to the country. And then I think everybody's going to get an opportunity to see what else you're bringing to the world and how you're making a difference. So I'll thank you for that at the end of the podcast. So before we get digging into the exciting things, tell me a little bit more about yourself and a little bit more of what you're doing in the world.
Okay, a little bit more about myself. I'm from Paris, Texas. So initially, I'm a country boy, raised in the country all the way up till I was 13. Then we moved to Dallas, the city, and I was in Dallas till I was 13. Then we moved to the country till I graduated from high school. And once I graduated from high school, I went into the Navy and sailed the 7 seas and got an amazing educational journey in life and culture and food.
Was your job in the Navy as a cook, as a chef?
Yes, it was. At that time, it was called a mess specialist. And Yeah, man. Like I was on USS Carl Vinson, and what that is aircraft carrier, nuclear propulsion, CVN 70, the big daddy of the fleet. So we will serve um, in 94 and 96, we had anywhere from 7,500 to 8,000 people aboard on our Westpacks. And like at the meal times, it would be anywhere from 4,000 to maybe 4,500 people come through the chat line. So it's a lot of rocking and rolling.
That is a
Got
lot of
got
rocking
a
and rolling
lot of rocking and
for
rolling.
sure. And what a great way to understand how both sides of the chef world, the mess world is, because you know how to serve it up for the many, but then I know you also bring in the fine dining world in your ability. So how spectacular. That one of the things that excited me about having an opportunity to bring you on the show is who you are and how you look at life. So, this is going to sound a little weird, but I want you to describe yourself to the imagination audience, because they don't get to see who you are and your physical presence. So I would love for you to describe yourself, and then I've got some questions for you.
Okay. A description of myself. I'm 5'5", so I'm a rather short guy, but I'm stocky or chubby or I'm like a former athlete. When I go to cook at the ranch, they call me Little Mike Tyson. So I have a little bit of I've done a push up or two in my day, but now it's reserved for biscuits, pancakes, and things of that nature. But I'm really a lover of life. A lover of life. I'm like a sponge. I just kind of want to soak up things. I have a bald head. I have a little chin hair, a mustache. I have a few tattoos, and I have a lot of energy beads on. Energy beads. My necklace. It's beads. I wear a stone. It's a vitrine around my neck, and I also have a ankh, which is the symbol of light as well. And man, I am just truly an artist in every sense of the word, and just a lover of life.
Thank you for that description. And what I want people to realize is that Chef's a man's man. He's truly a man's man. But what and why I was attracted to the Minds Like Minds podcast when I um, actually kind of auditioned to be on the podcast was the fact that here's two men's men hosting a podcast that's about spirituality, about caring about each other, about oneness. And I was really drawn to that because, as you know, imagination, that's what Imagine Miracles is all about. So, Chef, I usually ask what got people to wake up to why they were here, but it's obvious you were here to cook and to help people find that high vibration in the food they eat and how they show up. So I'm going to ask you, what woke you up to spirituality?
Um, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. What woke me up to spirituality was I I'm a curious kind of fella. I have a lot of questions. I was raised in a traditional household, Christian family, uh, Bible school, Sunday Bible school on Sunday mornings, church all day Sunday. We might go in on Wednesday, revivals in the summertime, and it was never really fulfilling enough to me. It was there was always a void of questions that I've had that I always had, and even back then at like 11 and 12, 13 years old, I felt that I was on my journey to search for the truth, right? So in my journey, and I'm still on my journey, but I just kind of got off of it, the religion aspect of it. And like, cause Baptist, Catholic, Protestant, I've been involved with all those, still having questions. So then even leaving Christianity, going into studying Islam, and once I got done studying Islam, that really opened the door to the spirituality side to me, where I had to really kind of start surrendering myself to an open mind. You dig what I'm saying? To a completely open mind, so I can receive, the answers that I'm looking for. One of the answers that I came up with was the truth doesn't exist, right? I'm searching for the truth. I'm searching for the truth, but I realized that the truth does not exist because there's so many different variations of the truth, so many different interpretations of the truth. So I think the truth may have gotten lost in translation. Maybe it's kind of dissipated out through time. So I lean on the understanding of the universe and studying different science of trying to open my mind to where I'm receiving everything, all the messages that the universe has for me.
Excellent answer, and thank you for that. One of the questions I have from what you shared is, could you tell us what's the same in the religions that you've been involved in?
The same things in all religions that I've been involved with is they all have a tendency to, you're looking for a savior. You're not depending on yourself solely. You're dependent on an external deity, entity, or something to save you. I think with the universe elaborates on you. I'm stardust. I'm a part of the universe. That's what I am.
So in being part of the universe, tell us how you feel supported. And the other thing about the support that I really would love for you to share is, how do you get your promptings? How do you get your messages from the universe?
Okay. That's great. That's great. Um, I Right now, what's really, really heavy on me is the numbers. 11, 11, 11, 111, 333, 444, 222. And then I see like longer, like 4 or 5 2s or a lot of twos.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, exactly like yesterday. And I felt, you know what? Okay, yesterday was a great day, right? But I felt that I was being tested a little bit by the universe because I'm on my journey and I'm going towards the light, towards the love. I want to be like, completely zen in that peace, right? So the universe threw a little spice at me. You know what I'm saying? It spiced up my gumbo for me because it was some things that were completely thrown from the left field, right? But I think the test was okay, you're on this journey, chef to shine, chef definition. You're on this journey. So I'm gonna throw a curveball at you just to see how you react, right? So in my midst of chaos, I still was able to find peace and joy and serenity and being still and just taking the time to really kind of like, hey man, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's probably a logical explanation. Um, it's probably I'm gonna take a couple breaths. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna recenter myself, I'm gonna reground myself, and you know what, and I'm gonna keep it going. You dig what I'm saying?
I certainly do.
And And that's where I'm at with it.
You know, the 222 of, we're recording this on the 23rd of February, 2022. So the day after 22222. And, you know, those 5 twos together, it's really about self-consciousness. It's really about self-realization. So it makes sense that the
Mhm.
universe threw you a curveball there to see, are you
Mhm,
aware of who
mhm,
you
mhm.
are, chef,
Uh, uh-huh,
or do you
uh-huh,
need a
uh-huh.
reminder?
Right, right. So like another thing is I'm learning about triggers, right? Having the patience to, first of all, having the patience to understand these triggers, right? Having the patience to work through these things that are triggering me, because I'm trying to go inside. I'm trying to go inside within myself, to these past traumas that I stuff down deep, 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 deep down in my psyche. I'm trying to let all that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let that stuff go so I can soar into the universe, high into the clouds. So that's another thing. I'm I was there was a time, Vince, man, when I was really down and out, you know. I was out of there. I was hurt. I was beat down by the world. I had lost my wife. I had lost my cousin, which were two of the closest people to me other than my children. And I was very, very depressed, extremely depressed. And I was suicidal, right? And what saved me was my children, right? And the love for my children, love for my mother and my family. I didn't want my mother to find me in any kind of disrespectful manner. I didn't want my children to find me in any kind of disrespectful manner, and that stained them. So by me doing that, I would cause them even more traumatic and pain. And I don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt anybody, man. If I could tell my story and help somebody out, that's what I want to do. That's all. Well, and cook some good food. That's all I want to do, man. I want to make people happy.
That's what you're here for. Share with us how you picked yourself up.
I picked myself up. Um, I picked myself up through my family, through my kids. My kids. I said 1,000 times, my kids saved my life. You know, um, their mother was gone, and I had to. I didn't really have much time to grieve. I couldn't feel sorry for myself. I had to raise my children, and I had to hold it together. And so, there were times where I would go in my closet and have a nervous breakdown, or go in my car and have a nervous breakdown. I'm crying. But my cousin that passed away, he really prepared me for this. And in the way one of the ways he prepared me for this is, he told me, in death, right? And it's a part of life. But sometimes you have to be strong for those who cannot be strong, and you got to hold them up. And that's kind of my role. That's been my role. And I try to be strong. I try to be strong for everybody. I try to be strong for myself. I don't want to let my family down. I definitely don't want to let my children down. I don't want to let my friends down. I don't want to let the universe down. You know what I'm saying? For the people who may believe in me, I want to be the positive light, baby. You know what I'm saying? I want you to look at me and you see love. You know, you see love. I'm a product of love. You know, um, even tough love, but I'm a product of love. You know, and that's what I want to radiate. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to share with the imaginations that is what he's radiating. You're not going to be able to see his face, but he's radiating that love out. So what was the impetus then for, and maybe it's a story of how you guys met, but what was the impetus for Minds Like Minds?
Um, okay, Ramon, RL. I'm sorry, RL is my best friend. We've been best friends for over 20 years now, and we've always set up and talked. We had this. like a magazine we were going to do called Know the Ledge, which is really the grandfather of it all. Um, because with that sparked the ideology that gave birth to Minds Like Mine. Years later on down the road, so we were like, you know, Minds Like Minds. We wanted to. Our vision was to get people with like minds, you know, like mindedness, and people who have made people who may have been through things, people who may have been broken by life, society, and things like that. Um, we want to we want to create a platform. We want to create a platform to talk about mental health, mental illness, and looking into it, trying to find ways to help you overcome it. You know, we don't diagnose. We're not doctors, but we have what's the word in our community. We have a community of people that have doctorates, and we like yourself, baby. We talk to a lot of beautiful people who really know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So with that, that gives us the ammunition to fight the war against mental health and mental illness and things of that nature. So here we are, Minds Like Minds, Akasha Flicks, um, and the whole gamut. And we just want to help people. That's it.
When you say help people, I'm going to kind of put you on in the spotlight. Let's just say it that way. I'm going to put you in the spotlight here. In this now, what would you say the difference that you're meant to make in the world is?
The difference that I'm meant to make in the world is um, I want to show the world what brotherhood is. I want to show the world what unity is. I want to show the world what love is, what unconditional love is. I mean, and if you don't know, I'm a black guy, okay, right? But I was raised, I was raised with the mindset that we're all brothers and sisters, you know, under the heavens, under the universe. And I've always believed that. I've always lived that. But when I got into the Navy, it really reinforced that. Because when I was in the Navy, I met brothers that I had to this day, all shapes, sizes, all colors. It didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was the love that we had for each other. You know, we're all, pardon my French, we're all getting our behinds kicked. You know, it doesn't matter how tall you are, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what your background is. You're my brother here or you're my sister here. We gotta get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And we can't turn on each other because we're in war. You know, so I was sent here to spread love, to spread light. You know, to tell people that may have been, like I said, broken, completely broken, and in a dark place, that your life is worth it. Your life is worth it. Life is worth living. It's so worth living. You know, it's so worth living. Keep going. Keep going.
So part of the reason you're here is to form a community, bring love, shine your light, help people see that they have theirs, and then there's this piece, your part of your gifts and talents of being a chef. How do you bring the two together?
Um, how do I bring the two together? Food. Food is one commodity on earth that can bring all cultures together. It can bring education, it can bring awareness. You know, um, you think about the ideology behind dinner time, supper time, whatever, is sitting around with your family, enjoying the meal. Um, food helps me bridge the gap. Food allows me to food allows me to slip into other cultures where maybe I wasn't welcomed, or maybe there's preconceived ideas, but I can slip into these cultures and I can learn about these cultures and I can bring my culture and we can learn to love each other. You dig what I'm
Oh,
saying?
definitely. Definitely. Let me ask you this, because this is something that is very important to Mary and I, not just in Imagine Miracles, but in our lives personally, is to realize that we're really all the same. We're not that different. You kind of expressed it a little bit when you shared your Navy experience, but can you share your thoughts and feelings around that?
Yeah. Around my Navy experience.
Around the fact that we're all alike, even though with our physical senses, we believe we're different, but we're really all alike. Could you speak to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, there's been things placed in society throughout the beginning of time that have been tools to separate us, whether it's class, race, whatever. And when you break down these stigmas, these stereotypes, things of that nature, and you really get to the below the crust of the pie, and you get to the feeling of the pie, we all have that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? The crust may be different. The dish that the pie was cooked in, it may be different. Hell, the shape of the pie may be different, but it's still that goodness on the inside that we all share in this life. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to ask you for a prediction, my friend. When do you think we're going to see, let's just say our country, I'll keep it small for you, well, only 300 million people. When do you see our country beginning to realize that there is only oneness, there is really no separation as the whole of the universe, and we're all part of that? We've had that discussion in your podcast. When do you think we're going to see the energy shift more towards the we consciousness?
Um, I I think I can't really put a time on it, but I think we we will get closer into the we consciousness when people start realizing that the old ways no longer work. Um, the old mentalities are no longer valid anymore. Um, when we become champions of open mindedness, strip the stereotypes, strip the prejudices, the discrimination, all that. Once we start stripping that away, and we really do understand it, one thing that as humans, one thing that we all desire is love. You know, we're all products of that. You know what I'm saying? But once we start getting closer into that consciousness, I believe that's when we can see a major awakening, like we're seeing now. Slowly, baby steps, small steps, but we're getting there and we're going into the right direction.
I just love talking to you and RL. It's a conversation that needs to go on and on and on. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our time together. Could you share a piece of parting guidance that you want every person that listens to this to take away from our show?
Absolutely. If you're going through something, you know, the world's gonna beat you down. That's what's gonna happen. Um, but believe in yourself. You know, that's what my parting words would be. To believe in yourself, um, and love yourself. Take the time to love yourself. Take the time to find out how to love yourself and love yourself. You know, be the light, man. Be the light.
Excellent, excellent advice. How can people get in touch with you, Chef?
I'm on Instagram, Chef Definition. I'm also on Facebook, Chef Definition as well. If you want to just go to my regular page and see my family and how I live, it's Deshun the Definition. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Akasha Flicks. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And mine's like mine's podcast. I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm all over the place. I'm out here.
I'll make sure all that information's available on Chef's show page. Just go to themiracleyou.com, look for Deshun Edwards, because that's what the name is going to be, but you'll always be Chef Definition to us.
Thank you so very much, Vince. Hey, man, I've had a great time. Thank you so very much for allowing me to give a little bit of myself. It's all about the service, baby. It's all about the service.
And we want to thank you for giving a little bit of yourself and the difference that you're making in the world, and especially for your heart. Your energy shines out, and if we're willing to accept each other's energy, we can find that oneness. We can find the fact that we're like-minded and, more importantly, like-hearted in this world. And you're an example of that.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. On behalf of my wife, Mary, who's also my business partner, the entire team here at Imagine Miracles, we want to wish each and every one of you a miracle day.
You've completed this episode of The Miracle You, but we have plenty more to help you discover your own personal passion and purpose. Head over to themiracleyou.com for free resources to assist you on your journey, as well as register for our free webinar, Discover Your Miracle Life, 3 Mind Awakening Steps Toward Your Unique Purpose, or apply for a one-on-one Your Life, Your Way breakthrough session and discover your next best step on your journey. All available exclusively on our website. That's themiracleyou.com. We look forward to sharing more experiences of passion, purpose, and life by design next time, right here on The Miracle You.